My name's Rich, I'm 31 years old and I have severe haemophilia A. So I have no family history of haemophilia. When I was little, I was playing in my grandparents' garden and I fell over and hurt my leg. But it didn't seem to be getting better and there was a lot of bruising and swelling. But because I had no family history of haemophilia, no one thought that that could be the cause. Eventually someone thought to do a blood test, and that was when they discovered that I had haemophilia A. Because we had no family history of it, no one knew what this meant. So I remember as a kid, my grandparents, my granddad particularly, going around and removing the corners from things. As a kid, I had a lot of bruises, from just learning to walk, bumping into things. And I remember my parents telling me that they'd often get funny looks when they went out in public, and that your health visitors and GPs were concerned that perhaps I was being mistreated before they had this formal diagnosis of haemophilia. But at the same time, I think there was something almost generative about not having a family history of the condition, because it meant that me and my family were learning about haemophilia together at the present time, and that our experiences of the condition of haemophilia went against the kind of background of previous cultures and practices of haemophilia care. It was challenging, not really having, I guess, any role models to look up to. I think as a young person, it was really hard to imagine what my life might look like and what would I be able to do. I think for me growing up, haemophilia care was often about what you can't do, what you shouldn't do, rather than about what you can do, which was quite challenging because it kind of singles you out, which is quite strange because haemophilia is an invisible condition most of the time. So it's more that by these kind of social processes that you get identified as being different. So I never really met anyone else with haemophilia until I was much older. I kind of almost by accident, I think, stumbled into this huge community of I guess, haemophilia Twitter. And I think the more I've explored, the more kind of people I've connected with and started following and learning from and entering into discussions with. And it's really exciting to see that there are so many people and also patient organisations having a voice and engaging in kind of collective dialogue on there. And I've made some really good friends through haemophilia Twitter. People that I now talk to on a regular basis and engage in kind of, I guess, our own advocacy projects. I was approached and asked if I'd speak at the EHC conference about shared decision making in haemophilia. It was really nice to be seen and asked to speak at this event, to actually have people with haemophilia speaking about these priorities and why it's important, rather than just scientists and researchers. I think if I was talking to anyone else that didn't have that family history or access to the community that exists, it would really be to look for it, find it. There is this really rich, thriving community of people with haemophilia, parents of people with haemophilia, people who are real advocates for people with haemophilia that exists out there online. Share your experiences and you have conversations about what you think the future should be. Go out there and meet other people with haemophilia and really benefit from their experiences, from their advice. You're learning how they cope with things, how they adapt. It's a rare disease, but you're not alone.